Hi guys, so today we're continuing on page 81, number theory, and we're topic 12, planet maths. Now we're going to look at A, circle any numbers that are not a factor of the number at the start of this question. For these, you need to know your tables. This is where your tables become crucial in enabling you to answer any of the questions ahead. Guys, I've been stressing, Miss Campbell and I have been stressing the importance of tables. You must know your multiplication division tables from 1 to 12 off by heart, upside down and inside out. And I'm telling you, as I told Miss Campbell's class last year, my class this year, I had to learn them off by heart in fourth, and I've never forgotten them. And that is the truth, the absolute and nothing truth and nothing but the truth. So circle the numbers that are not a factor of the number at the start of the question. So 36. So, well, 1 is, because 1 by 36 is 36, and 2 goes into 36 evenly. Does 3 go into 36? Yes. Does 4 go into 36? Yes. Does 5 go into does 6 go into 36? Yes. 8 will not go into 36 evenly, so it is not a factor. It is not a factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are. So that I've done number 1. I want you to do the others, please. Okay? You just have to circle any of the numbers. Just put down the number in your copy. Just the numbers that are not factors of the number of the numbers in bold print. What is a product of each of the pairs of factors? So a product is you multiply one number by another. So for example, 1, 3 and 6, 18. So here again, guys, the importance of your tables. We have your 4 times tables there, your 3 or 5 times, because 3 by 5 is the same as 5 by 3, and 9 nines. Again, all your tables, most important to know. Then we go to multiples. The ice cream cavan visits Kira's estate every day, every 4 days during the summer. Every 4 days during the summer. She missed it today, the 4th of August. On what dates can she expect the ice cream van to come this month? Okay, so it comes every 4 days, but missed today, the 4th of August. It should have come, but it hasn't. So you have to, so the solution here is the 4th, the 8th, the 12th, every 4th. So you're basically doing your 4 times tables. Okay, the numbers are the first 7. These numbers are the first 7 multiples of 4. A multiple of 4 are numbers. When multiplied by 4, they produce a product. So 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. The product of 4 by 2, 8. Then 4 3s are 12, 4 4s 16, 4 5, 4 6s, 4 7s. So the numbers, these numbers, 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, 20th, 24th, and 28th, or the first 7 multiples of 4. If you take the TH out, they're the first 7 multiples of 4, as in your 4 times tables. Okay? We often count in multiples. What are the first 10 multiples of 3? So we have 3, 6, your tables, guys. That is basically what you're doing here. Hence the importance of your tables. What are the first 10 multiples of each of the following? I want you to basically do them. I want you to do them just for practice for your tables. Circle the numbers that are not multiples of the numbers at the start of the question. So 4. Is 1 a multiple of 4? No, it is not. Okay? So you start off with 4 and then you continue. Okay? Which are the following multiples of 4? With 6, you start off at 6 because 6 is a multiple of 6, 3 is not a multiple of 6, and 1 is not a multiple of 6, etc. And then challenge yourself. What is the least number of children who may be arranged in rows of 2, 3, or 4 in each row? Okay? What is the least number of children who may be arranged in rows of 2, or 3, or 4? Okay, guys? And then with 4 in each row. Do you see that? They may be arranged in rows of 2 or 3 or 4 in each row. That's okay to do. And then apples in a supermarket can be arranged into groups of 3, 4s, 5, 6s or 8s. No apples must be left over. What is the least number of apples that could be? Okay, so apples in a supermarket can be arranged into groups of 3 or 4 or 6 or 8. No apple must be left over. What is the least number of apples that there could be? So they can be arranged in groups of 3 or 4 or 6 or 8. Okay? And then Jane visits the library every day Jane visits the library every 4 days in June. Every 4 days. So again, we're doing our times tables by 4, starting on the 4th. So Jonathan will visit the library every 5 days, starting on the 5th. On what day will they be in the library at the same time? So guys, you have to keep going with the 4th, keep going with the 5th, and see the common date on which both will be in the library. And I can see that straight away, because if you know your tables, you'll get it. Okay, guys? So basically, you have to know your tables in order to be able to do any of this page. Now, we did we did 1 and 2 uploaded yesterday, and today I'm going to just go over 2 and 3 for you. And then, as I said, looking here, we have number 4 and 5 for tonight. What number is missing from the following equations? So 65 by something is equal to 14 by 3. 55 by something is equal to 37 by 0.4. And 44 by something is equal to 41.8. You have to work out the answers. Remember, please show all work clearly in division. No guessing and no using any calculator. Please. Number 5, what number is missing from the following equations? So remember, an equation is where on the left hand side of the equals, the right hand side of the equals are the same. So 20 by something must give you 9.4. So it's like a balance. What's on the left hand side and the right hand side of the equals must balance. And we did that before Easter. So we spent a good amount of time practicing that idea. And then 38 multiplied by something in brackets is equal to 7.6, and 49 multiplied by something in brackets is equal to 9.8. So I want you to do 4 and 5, and again guys, I'll have those pictures uploaded for you as a JPEG as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back and we're going to focus in on 2 and 3 from last tonight. So round each decimal to the nearest whole number. So that's easy. 100.7 to the nearest whole number is 101, because 0.7, 5 and above goes up. So that's the nearest whole number to 0.7 is 1. So 101. 24.09. It's 09, so it's only 9 over 100. So that's only 9 hundredths. So it's 24. 7,842.51. 0.51 is 5 and above, so it becomes a whole number 1. So it's 7,843. 1,234.67 is above 0.50, is 0.50 or above, so it's rounded up to the next one, a whole number, so it's 1,235. It did not ask you to round to the nearest 10, it asked you to round to the nearest whole number. So the 0.67 becomes 1, and you add that 1 onto the 4 units. 3.23, again, 0.23 is under 0.5, so the nearest whole number is 3. 30.07, again, 7 over 100 is too small. It is not 0.5 or above, therefore it is just 30. 102.09, again, 0.09 is 9 hundredths, 9 out of 100, which is less than 50 over 100, so therefore it is rounded to the nearest whole number, 102. And 7.78, well, 78 over 100 is above 0.5 or 0.50, therefore it is rounded to the nearest whole number, 7 and the 1, 8. I hope you understand that. Now, 20, we're estimating. So we're rounding each number to the nearest 10. That was the tip I gave. So 23.4 divided by 18, and that's 20. The nearest whole number, the nearest 10, sorry, is 20 divided by 20, which is 1. 139.2 divided by 58, so 139 becomes 140 divided by 60, which becomes 2 and 2 6, 2 and a third. And last but not least, 116 is rounded up to 120, the nearest 10, because 5 you go up, 5 and above you go up, 4 and below you go down to the 10. So 120, and then the 83 you round down because it's under 5, and that becomes 80. So it's 12 divided by 8, because you knock off your 2 zeros, and that's 8. 1 and 4 over 8, which is 1.5 in its simplest form. And then when you're doing the actual division, 18 into 23. Now, I forgot my dungeon there in the first one, but it's in the second and third. So 18 into 2 won't go, 18 into 23 goes once. When 18 is 18, to multiply it back out, when you take 18 away from 23 to see what you've left over, you're left with a 5. Then you make sure you put your decimal up above the decimal point in the question. Remember, you must align your decimal points in division, in subtraction, and in addition at all times. Otherwise, you will not get the correct answer. And then multiplication, whatever number is of, how many numbers come after the decimal point in the question determines how many numbers will come after the decimal point in the answer. But here we must make sure we put up our decimal and align it with the decimal point in the question, being 23.4 or 139.2 or 116.2. So we see our decimal points, they're all aligned in the 3 sums. So we're going to go back to 3b as in the second part of 3a. The 3a was estimation of each number, and 3b is the actual doing it out. So 18 to 23, we've taken it away to see what we've left over, 54. Then we drag our 4 down from the dungeon Maeve. And then it's 18 into 54, we know that goes in 3 times, and then we take it away to see what we have left, and we have nothing left, so it's 1.3. QED. Then 58 into 139.2, above was the estimation, and here we have the actual sum. So 58 does not go into 1, does not go into 13, it does go into 139. It doesn't go in, you can try 3 times, but I know that 5 3s are 15, so it's not going to work, so it goes in twice. It's 116, but we must multiply it out 2 8s are 16, and 2 5s are 10, 111, and take it away from 139 to see what we have left. And we're left with 23. But then we drag our 2 down from the dungeon and N, B, 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 B. Put up your decimal point. Align your decimal points. Do not forget your decimal point in your answer. It must align itself with the decimal point in the question. So 58 into 223. Well, I know that 55 by 4 is 20. This is where your tables come in. And then, well, I suppose it won't go in 5 times because 5 5s are 25. So we'll try 4. And when I tried out 4, it was 232 exactly. So then we take it away, 232 from 232. And I forgot my takeaway sign there, guys. In each of those, it's 54, take away 54. 232, take away 232. 332, take away 332. And so you have 2.4 QED. And then last but not least, 83 into 116.2. 83 will not go in twice because 2 8s are 16, and that's 160 will not go in, so it will only go in once. When 83 is 83, put it underneath your 116, subtract to see what you've left over. I forgot my subtraction. Actually, guys, I'm very disappointed in myself. Don't do this. Make sure you put in your subtraction signs, and make sure you put in any of the operations that are required of you. So it's 1, and then you take it away and you're left with 33. Then you drag your 2 down from the dungeon, Maeve, and then you multiply. Sorry, Maeve. And then you multiply it. You see how many times 83 fits into 332. Now, I know from my multiplication tables that 8 4s are 32, but 8 5s are 40, or 8 4s are 32, but 8 5s are 40. So it'll go in 3 times. 8 4s are 32, but 8 5s are 40. So I know it'll go in 4 times at the max. So I'm going to see what it goes, how many, if I multiply the 83 by 4, what will I end up with? And I actually end up with the actual 332, which when subtracted from 332, you're left with nothing. So it goes in evenly, 1.4 being the answer, and that's QED. So I'd like you to go back over those, guys. Stop the video or recording if you feel you need to just go back over, take it slowly, take in what I've done. Remember, you have to multiply it back out and take it away to see what you've left over in each instance. So 18 into 23 goes once. Then you multiply 1 by 18 and you take it away from 23 to see what you left over. You're left with 5. Then you put up your decimal point because you have to align your decimal points. Then you drag down your 4 from the dungeon, and then you see how many times 18 goes into 54. And it goes in 3 times, as we found out. Now you can do your rough work on the side. I didn't do any rough work here, guys. I actually didn't need to do rough work. But that doesn't mean you have to show all your rough work because you're in primary school. Okay, you can start doing, no, you actually have to show all your rough work in secondary school as well, because if you don't, you don't get marks. And then 3 by 18 is 54, and 54, then you have to take it away. 54 from 54 leaves 0, and your answer is 1.3 QED. And then you do B, number 2 and number 3 in 3B the exact same way. So guys, for tomorrow's class lesson, I will be uploading the answers for 4 and 5, and then we'll be going ahead. Thanks very much, guys. And again, if you need to go over anything from today's class revision, please go over. Make sure you understand what I have covered, especially in the revision today. I think the number theory was quite easy. And then again, as I said, we'll upload the answers for that page for you tomorrow as a visual, because it's great that they're actually showing the pictures, because Miss Walker was like you guys. I was all over the place trying to find out, did I upload this, did I upload that, but I couldn't, it didn't allow me label any of the JPEGs, only the movies or the larger JPEGs. Anyway, guys, so we'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll be moving on with number theory and with revision, and all the answers uploaded. Thank you. Bye.